Hey everyone, this is LordDavon from the ECF forums, and it's late. Today I am going to bring you the Vision Grande. The Vision Grande from vapes.com. Now, what is the Vision Grande? Well, the Vision Grande is described as a 5ML Tankomizer. It is basically a very large cartomizer. It does have a couple of different designs, differences than a standard Vision. And we'll get into those now. They do come in 6 different colors. The black is solid. This one is purple. There's white, green, blue, and red. That's all of them. Now, they describe this as having 4 wicks with 4 slits for wicking action. Now, it does have 4 little wicks going into the juice, which usually means it has 2 wicks, and 4 ends of the wick going into the juice, but with this one it's a little different. Works out pretty well. It's decent. Those are definitely the money shots. I'm not inhaling. I have also taken out the center of the mouthpiece. You can see the 2 little holes there. That's because there's 2 little holes in the mouthpiece. Mouthpiece is a completely hollow piece. There's nothing between it and the 2 little holes. Just 2 little holes. There's another little piece that goes on the top, has 1 small hole in it, and you start sucking everything like there's no tomorrow. It has plenty of force in the draw, enough that you don't need that. How is it? Well, I like it. I like it a lot. It vapes pretty well. I'm going to stop the money shots and do an actual vape. That's good. Now, I inhale. When I inhale, it doesn't look as dark and deep as when I do the money shots. The money shots are there because, well, you get a lot of vapor out of these things, and they show the amount of vapor produced. But the Vision Grande does produce some good vapor. This is 80-20 juice, 80% PG, 20% VG. I'm starting to build up a tolerance. I used to never be able to use the PG as much, but it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. Go figure. Alright, so how do you maintain this? How do you clean it? What do you do once you buy it? Because it is $9.95. I mean, this is $10 plus shipping. So what do you do with it? Well, yeah, take the little cap off, let the little bit of vapor come out. It's actually kind of cool looking. Make sure you don't lose your pieces. I keep doing that. It's about the 5th time I've done this review because I keep losing them. Then you take something like forceps. You know, I love my forceps. I recommend them to everybody. There are 2 little holes that you see for filling, and then 1 little bitty hole off to our right. Well, my right, yeah. That little hole I use to line up to that center post, and you can see right through this, it does have a cup. You can see the outline of the cup. It fits kind of into the cup cap, and you can see the 4 little slots that the wicks come out in. What I do to take that out is I just put my forceps in, I get it into the side, I pull it up. Oops. On an angle. And it comes right out. Now, what does it consist of? Well, this is the cap. On the inside, you can see it's got the little well for the cup to fit in. It has the 4 little slots for the wick and the 2 holes. And you can barely see it right off to the right if you can look and see that little hole. We use that to line up when we put the cup back on. Now, inside the Grande, you can see the 4 wicks Actually, looks like there actually is 2 wicks, but the whole cup is filled with wick. The coil is bigger than their other coils. It's nice. It's a full coil. It's thicker coil. It's nice material in there too. It seems to wick pretty well. So to clean it, just put water in it, shake it, flick it out, water, shake, flick. If you move the wicks, that's okay. You can use anything you want to get in there and move them back into position. So as you can see, I've got some wick here. This is going to be hard to do in this angle. I'm going to go in there, in the bottom, move the wick around. They're not all that fragile. There we go, in between the cup, move it, boom, good to go. Let's move that a little bit. I like to center my cup. It's centered halfway decent. It's going to be off center when we put it on something. Now before you put the cup cap back on, screw it into something. You're going to want some something to counter the force as you're pushing on it. Otherwise you could damage the cup or the post or this, you know, the CE2 part of this. Now we're going to take our cup cap and I'm going to spin it on an angle so that that little hole is off to my left now. So when I turn it and I turn the cup, I can see through the cup, use backlight. I use this monitor over here because it's got the Got Vapes web page up and it's nice and bright. I find that center post. Let's do it on this side. Yeah, this side's better. I find that center post and I put the cap in so that I line it up over by the cup, and when I'm comfortable with that lining, and of course I can use the forceps, grab both holes and adjust a little bit if need be, get it to where I want it to be, and then I start to push, 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 push. If the cup is center, we can use the PV, whatever you have. I have a Riva 510 here. I can use it to help center my cup a little bit. And then once it goes on, it snaps on into place and should go around nicely. And pop, pop, pop. And you should be left with a center tube that is centered. If it's centered, you're pretty good. Yeah, it should work for you. Tastes like juice. By the way, this is that little mouthpiece with the one little itty bitty hole in it. See how small that hole is? Yeah, goes into this. Yeah, I got rid of it. Alright, we put our mouthpiece back on. If need be, we blow it out. Not much need. I usually have Kleenex or something nicely absorbent. And we pop it back on our favorite PV. Now what is this one my favorite? No, this is my new one. I'm going to review it next. I will tell you all about it in the review. But right now, you just get a sneak peek. Okay, so. It's gurgling. Need to blow it out a little bit more. And you may have to adjust it a few times before you're going to get it to work for you better. We also don't have much juice in here anymore. Ceiling fan takes that stuff right away. It's cool. Alright, so $9.95 Vision Grande. Is it worth $9.95? Yes, it's worth $9.95. It's a pretty decent little vaping thing. I like it. It looks good on all of my items because my items are black and the cap is black. Do I like the whistle tip? No. No, 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 no. Doesn't need to be a whistle tip. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It does not need to have a whistle tip. You could have a drip tip shaped center. Come on, Chris, Dan, come on, come on, come on. Anyway, it doesn't annoy me that bad. It's not that bad of a whistle tip. It has a really nice draw to it. The Vision Grande is a nice tank system. Again, I can't get full 5 milliliters in here. I get about, well, 4. I'll say a little more than 4. We'll give it 4.2. How's that sound? But it's nice. It's a nice little 510 connector. It works, and it works well, and it's got a good flavor. It's got a slightly warm vapor. It does produce a good vapor. There's not much to downside of this except for the whistle tip, the fact that you're stuck with a whistle tip, and the fact that it does need a needle fill or something. You need a syringe to fill this. You really can't just pour the juice in. Both those little holes, I've tried it. They bubble up. It doesn't go in. They just get blocked. My juice isn't that thick this time around. See, it's watery. It's the 80-20. But if you can deal with that as a headache, this is a nice little unit to have. I would say pick one up and try it out. $9.95, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's not like a $50 mod or anything like that. That being said, this is LordDavon. I'm signing off.